Hey, this is Eric, and you're listening to the Sit Down with E and J, where we dive into life lessons, volleyball culture, real talk, and what's happening now. Thank you for taking some time to tune in. Make sure you subscribe and follow us on all social channels so you don't miss a thing. Now let's get to today's episode. Damn.
Yeah.
Like that. So we're live? What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Sit Down with E and J. Our first guest is here, and I'm super excited. I cannot believe this is happening right now. This is a big intro. This is somebody that means a lot to me. This person has a list of accomplishments. We're gonna go through them a little bit. 4-time boys district champion. This is all in Miami-Dade. In a row, 4 years in a row. 4-time girls champion, district champion in a row. 4-time boys regional champion in a row. 4 state qualifiers in a row. 2-time boys GMAC champs back to back. Okay. 2-time coach of the year award. Okay. 2-time coach, all-star coach selection. I cannot believe it. There's so much more. There's so much more. But this person is not just a coach, but a mentor. She is a mother of 3, an adoptive mother to a bunch, including me. But I'm so honored to just introduce this person. I love her to death. The one, the only, Dee Rey. Dee Rey. Man, mom. I call you mom because you know why. They're gonna know soon, but how you doing?
Good.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it has.
I feel like I haven't seen you in like a year?
A year. It's been a year.
You look younger.
Thank you.
I'm really excited for this episode. I kind of shared the vision behind the scene with you, just of like what we're gonna do with this. I'm so happy to have you on board. I think just with you coming on here is a big not only episode, but just a person who's done so much for the sport of volleyball, somebody who's, you deserve your flowers, and that's what me and Julian are here to do. We're here to give you your flowers for what you've done for the sport, for what you've done for our city back home, and just, we're very thankful for you as a person, as a human, and that's why we're here.
All right. Well, hit it up and go ahead.
All
What do
righty.
you want to talk about?
Well, first, we kind of want to know, where's Dee Rey from? Where was she born? I kind of know a little bit of the story, but I kind of I forgot. Were you born in California?
No, I was born in Hialeah, Florida.
Hialeah. Oh, you're as Miami as it gets.
Yeah.
You're as Miami as it.
I didn't know actually.
So what you went from Hialeah, you grew up here.
I grew up here.
You went to high school?
I went to high school here.
Okay. Where'd you go?
I went to Notre Dame Academy, which is now Pace High School.
Oh, nice. And then from there, what, college here as well?
Miami-Dade College here.
And then once you finished, that's what made you jump to California? What was that jump?
My husband's job. His job took him and 90 families of his company to California.
Okay.
And my kids were 6, 3, and 1 when we moved over there.
So everyone was born in Florida.
Yes.
Okay.
Even though the latter two think that they're Californians
They
in there, but
Right.
they were born here.
they were semi-raised.
Yes.
Semi-raising. And where in California exactly?
San Jose.
San Jose. So a little bit backstory. Is that where you started coaching? Was in San Jose?
I started coaching in San Jose because my oldest daughter, who was a dancer, ballet dancer, wanted to be a volleyball player because her best friend at the time played volleyball at the school. And over in California, they have volleyball 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade. And over there, a 5th grade class would play another 5th grade class from another school. So 5th grade would have their own schedules. 6th grade would have their own schedules at different schools. She wanted to play and she needed to learn the sport. And so I put her in classes with the USAV. They had a youth league there that not only had thousands of courts on fields, but they also wanted parents' involvement because there was only 2 moderators and they couldn't be on 50 nets. So they gave the parents courses on volleyball and the rules and what it looks like and how to kinda teach them. So that's kinda where I started, was with her. And then from there, I started assisting her coaching, at the 6th grade level, at
Middle school.
7th middle school,
Okay.
and then my middle child started
Playing.
playing in the 5th grade level, so I coached her team until we all moved back here, and then I jumped over into, middle school and high school. I did the assistant for JV for Chaminade,
Okay.
at
Damn, I didn't know
daughter
that.
yeah, at my daughter's school because she was on varsity her freshman year, and I did, 3 years of coaching at St. Rose
Middle school level again.
Middle
And
School.
once you started a program at Alonzo
I
Mourning.
started it because our principal tapped me on the shoulder and said, "I don't have a volleyball coach, and I hear you coach." And I really didn't want to coach in high school, but if they didn't have a coach and my girls knew how to play, I didn't wanna leave them with somebody who
Didn't.
didn't know how to coach the
Right.
sport.
Right.
Originally, your plan was to not coach
No,
at ATM.
no. My plan was to
Wow.
probably stay at the middle school level.
Looking back, do you regret that?
No,
Right.
no,
Right.
no.
Thank God you said no.
No, there's only one possible answer.
Right. Well, we're super thankful for you for staying at Alonzo Mourning. Not only did me and Julian come from not playing volleyball at all and just meeting you and how we got into the volleyball realm, right? The little volleyball family is such a small uh family, but in the volleyball community, a lot of people know each other.
Yes.
In that
You guys saw that. You guys saw that any place that we went to, I knew somebody. I knew
right.
the coaches, I knew the refs. I knew people. It's a very small community.
When you started at Alonzo Mourning, was your goal to build a dynasty, or was your goal to just, hey, I'm gonna take this year by year and whatever I get,
My
I'm gonna
goal was to
just
take it year by year
right.
because we started as a JV school,
Mm-hmm.
except for boys. Boys were put
Um,
right into varsity because there was no JV boys.
so once you started seeing how many kids we got in that city, like in our city, um, especially with Alonzo Mourning being a new school right when it was made,
Mhm.
um, not a lot of people play volleyball.
No,
No one knew about the sport.
no.
I mean, girls always, but boys wise,
But even in our area, if you remember, girls volleyball wasn't big.
right,
There was no place.
Now the girls.
Yeah, now you guys
is-
have a place to play, Sunny Isles has a place, so there are places now.
right.
But when I started, 2009, 2010,
But,
girls volleyball was non-existent in the North region.
Mom,
North
you've been
side.
coaching for 2 decades and plus.
Yes,
That's a lot. That is a lot.
I
Are you?
feel
Do you feel like you're gonna go back ever?
maybe.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it.
That's that would be. Hey, if you ever come back,
teaser right there.
right? If you come back to Alonzo Mourning, I would give it up easily. It's all yours.
Yeah, that's okay. You're younger than me.
Oh man, this is awesome. Well, one thing I did wanna get into is what do you see like now that you just get here and there from news from being a little bit distance from Miami-Dade, like what do you see the volleyball community now, like do you see it growing in the right way, do you think there's little things we could tweak up, if it's with refs, if it's with just in general, I don't know, anything towards the sport.
I still feel that the north side of Miami-Dade County is still lacking.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think that there's enough representation like it is in the South. And down south, volleyball's everywhere,
Or Orlando, right?
or Orlando, or even Broward County. But the north region, North Miami, North Miami Beach, Carroll City,
Right. Miami Gardens
Miami
area.
Gardens, all those areas, volleyball is non-existent.
Right.
And to try to get it there so that it becomes more competitive, I think really, that was my goal way back when, was to try to get volleyball more competitive.
Right.
That's why I
Was that just from
so
seeing like the difference from Florida to California?
oh, yeah. In California, there was a club every corner,
Yeah, yeah.
you know?
You're my gaboo.
My,
That
Alyssa, my middle child, was
Which, by the way, Alyssa, my assistant coach, love. Shout out to Alyssa Ray.
was shooting floaters in 5th grade. We don't have that here. There's no volleyball in these middle schools unless somebody goes in and takes a program or creates one. I don't see any,
Right.
and it's unfortunate.
Do you feel like the more clubs, the better in that area, or that just makes it like too clustered?
It depends. It
Right.
depends. It could be too clustered, but then again, if it's a club that is going to teach the fundamentals, then I don't see, whether it has 1 or 5.
Right, because I think about it like California, right? Like California, you go down the street, everyone, it doesn't matter what club team it is, there's being well taught, well
Yes.
trained,
Yes.
and I feel like we could do it too. I feel like just Florida in general, but definitely Miami-Dade, since we're so big. I feel like we can get in that same path, and I know everyone's trying in their behalf towards the sport,
Right.
but yeah, I think I agree with you. The North area, I feel like we've been talking about that for
Forever.
forever.
This area up here that I live in is just big on volleyball.
Okay.
Venice High School, I know, has gone to states.
Okay.
They have a boys program, Port Charlotte, too. So there's volleyball here, and I know people who are trying to come in and do free clinics. I met somebody the other day who was from Boomers. He left Boomers, and they moved up here, and he's doing clinics for girls because they're really, he wants to get that sport out there,
Yeah.
and especially for the middle schoolers because they go into high school and they're very selective.
Yeah. No, and yeah, the number one thing we're trying to push, because girls, they do it naturally, how we spoke about it before, but boys, we need boys. We were talking about how many boys don't know how athletic, like try basketball, soccer, or whatever the case may be, but then just stay on one sport, and if it fails, it fails. If it goes, it goes. But I believe, like, I don't regret one single thing of trying.
Well, you
Like,
played 3 sports.
right, right.
You know? We had coaches back then that didn't mind sharing you with each sport. There's coaches now that just want their athlete to play that sport so that they don't get hurt, so that when that sport comes up, they're ready. And to me, that's a disservice
To the
because
kids,
to the kids, because if they're playing a sport, they're staying active,
right,
yeah.
you know?
and they're learning
A
like
and
different things, right?
skills that you use in basketball, you use in volleyball.
For sure.
That's how I got Julian, because Julian was a basketball player. And I would tell him, the way was the way you would, dunk a basketball. The way you come up to block a basketball is the same way you would block on a net.
Yeah,
So you're still jumping, you're still moving.
right.
Why wouldn't you share athletes?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, we do need more of that. We do need more of that right now.
I think a lot of it too is like, because for me, especially in our area, like I didn't know that there even was club volleyball. Like I didn't even know that existed. You know what I mean? Uh, so I feel like that exposure, like maybe just exposing the boys more and like letting them know that that's like an option, like a thing that you can do. Because back in the day, I just wanted to play a sport. I didn't really care. You know what I mean? Like I liked all sports. It's
It was
just
just part of being outside.
yeah, exactly. But like usually I just always thought of the normal sports, like just soccer, basketball, like to be on an actual team. Like I didn't know there was teams out there for clubs until we started, like Red Bull and stuff,
Right.
so
Yeah, it's the same thing with, we would tell you, you guys watch the Olympics. Well, volleyball's huge in the Olympics. Look at those guys,
yeah.
Yeah.
no?
Yeah, I think that was a big topic of our kind of in our first episode about it becoming mainstream And I hope one day it does get to that. I hope one day it does get to as big as having a channel just for volleyball, you know? One thing I wanted to ask you though was out of all your accomplishments, right? Do you feel like there's one that's missing?
Yeah.
What what would that
I
be?
think I know what it is.
What would that be?
Julian, what would that be?
If I had to put my money on it, I would say the state title.
The state
That's the
title?
one that's missing.
That's the only one that's missing.
Because you do realize that when I started the program and when we continued, when we won GMAC, that first year that we won GMAC, we were the only school from the North who had ever won GMAC.
GMAC. Right.
Okay. We were the first school in the North End that ever went 4 times to on a state floor.
Yeah.
So
In a row.
in a row.
In a row.
So
That's dynasty.
that was,
For you
where-
guys out there, that's dynasty.
that was where, we made a name.
Did you ever think it would get to that point? Like, did you ever think we would get to that level?
I did. I did.
What was do you have anything that you regret in this, like, in decision making when it comes to I don't know, something that you probably don't even think about that, huh? Like anything that happens back then?
Nope.
I feel that.
Nope.
I think I sit with it too much. Even plays, it's crazy.
Nope.
Um,
Because, if there's anything that I've taught you guys
right.
is that I don't stand when I coach. I'm not this crazy person that has to stand and call and do different things because we've done enough of that in practice for you to know what to do. Okay? Practice is all about learning all that, and games is where I go, okay, let's see what they know. Unless they need something or they need to refocus, or when I would call a timeout. When I call a timeout, what would happen?
Everyone to the bench, sit down, stay silent, listen, and
Or
run.
run.
Literally.
Because you got to wake up.
Right.
I'm not out there to continue to teach during a game. We've taught everything that we can at practice. Okay. And if you need guidance, okay, we'll tell you, hey, there's a mismatch. Hey,
Right. Like
so
something that's going on the other
other
side.
than that, we really didn't throw that much of a focus on, I'm standing up crazy, throwing my clipboard. No, I want you to go here. Oh, the ball's coming over. Oh, it's a tip. No, you
Right.
guys have to know that already.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like we were pretty aware about that though.
Oh, for
we
sure.
we always knew when we were like messing up or doing something.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't
You
have
know
to
what I mean?
tell you swing all the way through. I don't have to tell you close your block because you knew when it happened and you'd look over and go,
Yeah. Good job. Just do it next time. I wanted to ask you a crazy question, but I don't know if I'm ready for this one because I might not be in it. But I was telling Julian this. If you had to pick,
I told him to be careful.
if you had to pick, whatever, it has to be said. We had if you had to pick a starting 6 of an all-time great for Sharks volleyball
Dude, I might not even be on
that you've coached, right?
I don't know. Yeah, you might not have been in there because I'm just mad.
Sure.
Want to tell them what you did while I'm still mad at you? Go ahead, Julian.
This is just the one that I can't live down, unfortunately.
No, ever.
What is it?
Yeah. I sprained my ankle like 2 weeks before states.
It was not 2 weeks before states.
What was it?
It was like 4 days before.
4 days.
We always had bad luck.
Though I played in
We always had bad luck when it came to states. Like someone always got hurt a practice before.
A main player always got hurt.
Right.
But wasn't Mateus, it was
I
Carlos.
don't say right. It was like a
It was
freak
Julian. It was
Right.
accident.
Right. Always, man.
That's what I'm
But
doing.
honestly, what would be your starting 6? What, like, you can go setter, right side, middle, libero, outside.
5-1, right? We'll go to 5-1.
You could do 5-1 or 6-2.
Well, let's 6-2 so they could get on the team.
Yo, all I know is be careful what you say, okay?
I know. Well, I mean, if I did the 5-1, okay, both people that I would pick for the right side block because there's more than 5 times that Erica said in a game, "I can block, and he would. He would get up and he would block.
Yeah.
Okay.
I tried my best.
You did.
You know, at a 5'9" height, is
Yeah.
you know,
You did
especially at the
try your
time.
best. Let's see. Right side would be you, Mateo.
Me and Mateus.
You, Mateus. Middles. Warner.
You put Warner in the middle, not in the outside.
I would put Warner in the middle.
You like the Warner in the middle instead of the outside.
Oh my gosh. If we could have run and Pedro,
Okay.
Carvalho, those would be my two middles.
Okay.
Because you could run plays with having them hit on the outside if needed. Okay. My outside hitters would probably be Carlos.
Carlos was very. I love him.
Carlos.
Shout out to Carlos.
Daniel Barrera.
Okay.
He was amazing hitting.
Daniel and Carlos would have been a crazy combo.
That would have been a really good combination.
That's two high flyers right there.
Right.
For my defense, it would be for sure Rian.
All time. Yo, shout out Rian.
Shout out Rian.
That is
Rian.
If you played volleyball around 2014 to 2018, you know about Rian.
Yes. I would put Rian as my defense. And I would have, backup. We had Francisco was his name. Do you remember Francisco? He played soccer.
Francisco, he that was your 2010 team, right? Or 2019?
And he
You, like,
was
your
he
beginning
could
team.
he was very good at reading balls, and he was, I would have chosen him as a second and alternative libero.
Nice. So that's your starting.
That would be
That's your top 7 right there, ready for a lineup of an all-star lineup.
because Daniel could pass in the back.
Right.
Warner could pass in the back. Mateus could pass in the back. Pedro, now he can, but
Back then, definitely not.
yeah,
Shout out Pedro.
yes.
Shout out Pedro, but
That would probably be an all-star that I would put together for sure.
and Julia come in as a third.
Is it
Third middle when Pedro gets.
as a third middle?
I can't believe
I'll take that.
I can't believe she chose Warner as a middle though.
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming.
I thought she was gonna choose him as an outside.
No.
Yeah, me too.
No,
Me too.
he really had a presence at
Yeah.
the front of the net.
Mhm.
And really, I think middles are crucial up at the front of the net, and he had that presence.
If you can go back, what would be one thing different that you would do?
Nothing.
Nothing. Everything the same.
I
Just
would
how
do
it was.
everything the same. I would kill you guys with fundamentals till you
Right.
slept and ate and did nothing but think about the fundamentals, because I think that's the most important thing. And that's the one thing I learned in some of the coaching accreditation courses I went through is fundamentals. You can't do enough fundamentals.
Right.
I remember, and I forgot about the twins.
The twins.
I forgot about Nico and San. I just put them too.
You would have put Nico and Santi in the all-star list?
Yes, Nico and Sante would be on my alternatives on the all-star list.
Okay.
Because I remember
Okay.
Nico, if you're listening, when I would do drills and he would get so mad at the drills. I don't understand these drills, and why do we have to do it, and why do we have to do it so many times, and blah, 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 blah. And then he goes to college the next year and he comes into practice and he says, I just want to apologize because everything you do here is college related. They do serve an hour in college.
Right.
Serve at spots, and same thing with the hitting and the hitting and the hitting and the passing and
Right.
serve receive he goes, so I'm sorry. I'm like,
That's what I'm trying to do with the girls right now, and it's just building repetition, because we have a short time to get with them and create them and get them into game ready as a team. Every year the team changes with seniors leaving, and sometimes it's quote unquote boring when you're doing the same thing a lot of times. We find different ways to still do the same type of fundamental,
right.
because I feel like that's what people need. I feel
Yes.
like people are trying to skip to playing high level, and you have to look around your team first and say, hey, is this a equal high level team, right?
And what you're lucky about right now that I didn't have until I went to Sunny Isles and coached at Sunny Isles for a couple of years is you have girls coming into high school knowing how to play volleyball.
Right.
I did not.
Right.
I had to teach
Yeah.
the sport right from the beginning
I think that's
on
why
9th graders.
me and Julian were saying you're the perfect person to write dummies, volleyball for dummies.
Yeah.
You're the perfect person for that, for the fundamental of just. I think even you just showed us your manual still. You still have your
So I have-
you still have your manual that. And I was just telling you, I might just get like 15 binders of those and just give it out year by year. Make people study that.
Because it's true. If you don't know the fundamentals, the terminology, everything in volleyball, you're not gonna
Lost.
see,
Right.
you know. And I'm just hoping as a coach that when you are doing skills practices and somebody isn't doing something right, that you are still pulling them aside and letting them feel what it feels like by giving them reps so that they understand, and then throwing them back in because
Right.
kids nowadays need those reps. They need to understand the way their body needs to move through a hit, through a block, things like that. I'm constantly sending you drills on
Right. On IG.
yeah,
Yeah. No.
on blocking and just simple movements so that they understand.
For sure. For sure. No. And I think one big part that coaches are not doing now is well, what it's hard to do if you don't have it's a coaching staff like you did, right?
I did.
You had a
I
you
was
had a
very
great
lucky that I surrounded myself with people
right.
who knew how to play the game, who understood the fundamentals, who played in college. Mandy, Kelly, Chad, they all understood what needed to be done.
Shout out to them. I love all of them. And they were great people for us, great mentors.
Yes.
Even till today, if we have any questions or
Because
something.
what's funny is that I never played volleyball.
Right. And that's one thing I was about to say to the world. The only coach I think I know, I'm gonna be honest, I think you're the only coach I know
Pretty sure, yeah.
that never played volleyball and was able to learn it tip top and teach. That's why I think you're the perfect one to write volleyball for dummies.
Yeah.
That's literally it. That's my theory, right?
I feel like it's so like focused on like tournaments and stuff now too, instead of just like the reps and like the actual practice where it like leads to like the players, you know.
Because the reps
Being-
lead to
being
muscle
different.
memory, which leads
Yeah.
transition into the game. And if you
Right.
don't have
Yeah. And if you're not having reps and you're just getting thrown in a tournament, it's like
yeah.
you're just, you know, you're lost.
Right.
You're lost.
And really that's what practice is for.
Mhm.
How many times did we do reps until you guys were sweating and
Yeah.
you know,
The famous fun
the
run.
girls, yeah.
Fun runs.
Yeah.
We still got fun runs going.
Fun runs legacy is strong.
Strong. People know about the fun run. And
Shout out to Justin Rodriguez. He tells me that he has introduced fun runs up in Orlando.
Let's go.
little by little, then now every kid he teaches that too. Now in Orlando it gets bigger and bigger. Fun runs is a nice little drill to get them activated, get them going.
Yeah. If you
Or
know,
a great music I know.
yeah, the fun run.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I mean I think if we can do something about it now differently than we can do like what people were able to do back then, now that we have more resource, right? I think just pushing the sport into people's face is something we need to do. Just
You need to get in the middle schools. I don't believe the other feeder school into ATM has a volleyball team, which is David Lawrence. You
Right.
need to get in the middle schools because that's where it starts. Middle school, and you know, once they get into high school, they're just about ready, you know, to learn to go to the next level.
yeah, it starts impacting them that young.
Yep.
True.
Which is why I went to Sunny Isles, which is why I, you know, was there coaching Sunny Isles because I wanted to be able to have an impact on the program.
That was the middle school, right?
Right. And then that was the year that Manu and Sylvia and
They came in from
that there were the ones that I had in middle school
Mm.
that
Like
came in.
fed into you at ATM.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Was it and I know you used to work at ATM, so it did you like it I feel like what was the best part of your day? It had to be going after school, right?
Yes.
Had to do practice
Fact.
or leaving early to a game.
Yeah.
Do you feel like we need to put more, um, I guess, thought into how we're teaching? Like, how we're showing the fundamentals? What do you feel like? Do we need to do we need to go nowadays with the kids' ADHDs, right? Like, how do we get them to, like, lock in?
Like
That
attention span.
Yeah, their attention span is so like, sometimes I'm like, the funniest thing you can ask Alyssa, I'll say it in English, okay? I'll say it. They don't listen, and then as soon as I sing it, I have to sing it. So I was like, "Stay calm, be in control," and everyone is, like, looking at me like I'm like, and then everyone now can listen, and then the drill gets better. So maybe it just takes a little bit of singing
Maybe.
because or I don't know if it's showing a video now since they're all used to just
Scroll.
screens and scrolling on the phones, if it's more film sessions to teach, you know?
I think with the kids nowadays, they constantly need to be moving
Right.
and they constantly need to be in repetition. I don't know if film is gonna
Do that.
do that for them. I remember showing you guys a video of famous coaches, college coaches that showed mental toughness, what they do for mental toughness, and I lost you guys the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. Teaching mental toughness is through fun runs. No, I'm playing. But well, we're very grateful for you first to open the space for us in your beautiful home. Thank you for letting us come here. We're super grateful for you again. This is to give you your honor, your flowers. We're super thankful to have you in this sport for real. Without you, the north side of Miami-Dade County in these past years probably wouldn't have gotten as much clout as it has. And that's just the truth. And you did it out of love. You didn't do it for money. You didn't do it because, you were forced to. You did it because you wanted to. And that's the biggest thing. And we recognize that. And we're super grateful for you. So
Thank you.
we love you.
I'm still mad at you, Julian.
She's still mad at Julian, but we're super excited. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this episode of the Sit Down with E and J. Make sure you follow, subscribe, like, hit us in the comments. Let us know what coach or athlete you want to see next. We're excited to keep going, and we're out of here. That's episode 2 done.
All right.
God bless you all.
Wrapped.
Wrapped it.
Wrap.
How did that feel?